All right, it's the Misery Loves Football off-season podcast. I'm your host, Chad Zumach. With all me is our co-host, Ken Mosca. How are you, Ken?
Doing well, Chad. Good to see you, pal.
I see you're wearing a Lenny Sucks shirt.
Yep, MLC Lenny Sucks shirt. There's either this one or Rack Me. So I thought I haven't worn this one in a while. So I figured, well, may as well. I mean, he still sucks, right? So I may as well wear it.
Yeah. And today's guest, we only have one guest today from the TV show Crashing. It's Kevin Brennan. I almost called you Neil again.
It's amazing. It's amazing to be here.
Hi, Mr. Brennan.
How you doing, Ken?
Are Lenny
Doing
Sucks
very well.
shirts
It's nice
still
to
available?
see you again.
You talked to Joel Embiid?
I did not talk to him. I saw him, and he's making the rounds. He's staying just a few blocks that way, but spending a lot of time in Margate. And the word on the street, if you look at the Margate community page on Facebook, he's a heck of a nice guy. People are stopping and talking to him, and he's taking photos with people, and they say he's a nice guy.
Get him on the show.
You know what to say
Yeah,
about
I'll go down there and knock on his door.
You know what to say about nice guys?
They finished last.
Yep, they finished last.
Well,
Lenny was a nice guy.
Lenny is a nice guy. He still sucks.
Are those shirts still
I'm
available?
telling- Yeah, they're still available, right, Kevin? They're still available.
Oh, I
These
closed
nice-
down the website.
You what?
Website's closed down.
The T-shirt guy finally got back to us. He had complications from his surgery. So I
What
responded.
kind of
and just said
surgery?
he had neck fusion surgery.
Yeah, maybe I'll go with another guy.
He's good. He's good. So he's
I don't want a
Yeah,
guy who's
listen-
all fucking in traction and whatever.
no, he's not. He's not in traction. Not in traction. He'll take good care of you. But you saw my last note, right? I said it's up to Kevin. Whatever Kevin wants.
Yeah, I'm a diva, and I need a. Yeah, I didn't know he took that long to get back. That's kind of funny.
Yeah,
That's
he had major complications from it.
That's like Bobby Belly kind of stuff.
It is, isn't it? It is. Yeah, it is. He felt
Yeah,
bad.
Bobby was talking in 2016. We were in April. I was talking about T-shirts, and 6 months later, he's like, "Hey, I got your T-shirt guy." I mean, by then Lenny had already quit. Everything was already done, and he's like, "Hey," I said, "Well, I already got my guy." He goes, "All right, then you owe me $200 for whatever." All right, Bobby.
We were just
Do you
talking.
want this guy? Do you want this guy, Kevin, or no?
I don't know.
Should I
I'm gonna contact this other guy that contacted me, and then I'm gonna see. Because I mean, you guys probably got a backlog of shit if he's been in traction, right? He's been behind everything.
He's
I don't know.
ready to take you-
Let me talk to the new guy or the other guy. I don't even know his
That's
name.
fine.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about him.
do whatever you want to do. Chad will do the same thing for you too.
Oh, cool. The guy who's paralyzed?
Yeah, the guy's paralyzed. What he does is he puts a pen in his mouth, like, and he pushes the buttons, to get the shirt machine moving and stuff like that.
All right.
It's pretty cool the way he does it.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You should do like a YouTube tutorial.
Yeah.
He
How to make
called me.
T-shirts with your mouth.
He called me. His neck's all fused. He's like this, He turns his body like this, because he can't turn his neck.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not serious.
Like
Jesus,
Stephen
I'm not-
motherfucking Hawking's in this place.
Yeah, yeah. Like, well, like if you talk to him, he'll say, "Hello, Kevin. It's nice to finally meet you."
I like how Ken's doing bits. We're
I know.
so
Ken's doing act outs.
we're so hurting on guests. Ken's like, I better bring it today.
Mosca's like, you don't have a guest, so I got to bring the thunder.
He's like Milwaukee last night. They're like, we better step it up. So
I know. We better stay.
we
They
don't
sure
lose
did.
again.
Kevin, it's a beautiful day in South Jersey. What a beautiful beach day. The basketball leagues are going on right down the street here at the schoolyard.
Can't wait.
Go grab a kid. We need a guest.
That's just what I need to do, Chad. Grab a kid.
Well, I tell you
Yeah.
what, I am rooting for the Hawks and Suns, and I know Kevin Brennan has big money coming in with both those teams.
If they play each other, I can't lose. But I don't know. I mean, the thing with the Hawks is they both times they won game 1 on the road. Both times they lost game 2, and then but they ended up winning all both series. So, and the same thing with LA. LA was down 2-0 both series, and then they won their series. So one of them, I think one of them. Listen, I don't know how Atlanta's going to pull it off. I don't know how fucking anybody's going to pull anything off. But if Atlanta wins, I'm in good fucking shape. Because they're
Hey,
gonna
Clippers
give
are-
me, they're already offering me a buyout. But if Atlanta gets to the finals, they're gonna give me a buyout. I mean, I don't have to take it. I can wait to see what happens. But I mean, I just think all these teams are not they're not reliable. And fucking Trey Young is clutched down the stretch. Even in the game 7 versus the Sixers, you know, he was having a bad shooting night until the fourth quarter. Ben Simmons, you see Ben Simmons, that fucking bitch look on his face when he wasn't even in the game.
They're
last-
already having trade talks about him. Do you see
Of
that? They're
course,
having-
he should have been. He should have been
already-
murdered. He shouldn't have been traded. He should have been murdered.
Oof. One
he
guy
was-
stopped Embiid on the street to ask about Simmons. Is it true? Do you think they'll trade him? And Embiid was like, "Oh, I don't talk about my teammates like that. I'm not good." You know, he was. That's like kind of the only thing he really shut down was any Ben Simmons talk.
Yeah, well, because he's just gonna go right to the press.
Yeah,
Does
exactly.
anything, so he can't. But they don't want it. Supposedly they don't want him on their team. But I just thought it was sad, like that look on his face 2 minutes in the game. He's not even in the game. They can't even in the game because they're gonna foul him, and it's just like, and he's like, no, I'm still good, dude. You stink. He stinks.
He'll be in Europe next year.
Well, they're Stephen A. Smith's reporting that Golden State's making a push for him.
What are they gonna do with him?
What can they give up?
They'll give out
Uh,
that Wiggins guy.
Looking, yeah, I
And
don't know.
draft
who they
pick.
give up.
Maybe they'll trade whatchamacallit, the other guy, the other Splash brother.
Not Steph Curry, but what's his name?
Klay Thompson. I think what's gonna happen is they want to get him on the cheap. And then I think they can fix him. I think anybody who's trading for him thinks we can fix Ben Simmons because he's got, you know, he's a good athlete, but he can't shoot. He never could shoot. He couldn't shoot out of college. He hasn't been able to shoot for years. He hasn't made any, he doesn't even attempt 3-pointers, which is a bad fucking sign.
What's the cap hit on Ben Simmons though? Isn't there a big cap hit on him?
I don't get involved with that stuff. I'm just saying that they're gonna have to. They don't need him. I mean, first of all, Philadelphia hates him already. I mean, he's Carson Wentz. He's like black Carson Wentz or mulatto Carson Wentz. They hate Carson Wentz, and he's exactly what they wanted, a big white guy. So now they got a black guy that they hate. So they're never gonna win with him.
I like the
I'm checking.
analogies. Rock and roll Neil, Black Carson Wentz. You're good at that stuff,
Remember
label.
they loved Carson Wentz for a while, and then they like get him out of fucking town. And they said they weren't going to trade Carson Wentz. They said he was untradeable. Nobody's untradeable. So they're going to get rid of Ben Simmons. They're acting like they're not going to get rid of him because you know they want to act like we're not just going to give him up for nothing. You got to make a decent offer. But nobody wants to make a decent offer. But I think somebody like Golden State would be like, we can take him. We can, it's like the $6 million man. We can rehabilitate it. We can really rehabilitate him. Plus they got good shooters. Maybe fucking Steph Curry can teach them how to shoot.
Yeah, and Ben Simmons'
Ben-
high school coach came out and said that all his shooting problems it's all mental. It's nothing else. It's all mental.
Here's Ben Simmons cap hits. Okay, and that's going to make a difference on what you have to give up if you're willing to
Kevin's not
take
into
most
this.
of the hit. Well, next year it's a little more than 33 million, and the year after that it's 35 million, and the year after that it's almost 38 million. Ben Simmons, holy Christ!
That's what I said about Carson Wentz. They said he had a big cap hit, and they still traded him. Somebody needs Ben Simmons. Somebody's going to need him, and the Sixers don't need him.
He
I mean,
doesn't. help him.
the sad part is they could have traded him for Harden during the season. So it really is. It's really his management's fault. Once again, the Keith the Cops of the world, they can't. They're just not good at making decisions. They had a chance to get rid of Ben Simmons and get James Harden, but they're like, you know what? No, we like Ben Simmons. But they knew he could. They must have known he can't shoot.
Was he 25? He's 25 years old.
I thought for sure the NBA was going to freak out because LeBron's not in the finals and the Nets, but the ratings have been up. I think the changing of the guard is happening. I think LeBron is finally on his way out.
No, it's not that. The people like it better with the fans in the stands.
Plus all the social justice shit too, and they got rid of it because it was killing them.
Well, people were sick of LeBron, and they get sick. You know, they think the league thinks that they want Tom Brady and LeBron in there, but it's like Trae Young is way better for you know, because people are like, oh, we've never seen this guy. I mean, everyone's seen LeBron. They either like him or they hate him, but people are tired of the guy.
I was talking to Jim, and he says his kids play basketball. They don't even talk about LeBron. They're just talking about like Steph Curry and everybody. Like LeBron's not even on anyone's radar anymore.
Why? Because
That's amazing.
Because Jim Florentine's kids don't talk about him.
Well, he hears all the kids playing, and none of them are talking about LeBron. They talk about all the shooters.
Yeah, because that's their only shot. Because they're not big dudes. I mean, it's like if you're not a big dude, I tell my son you got to be able to shoot from the outside. And if he misses a 3-pointer, I punch him in the head.
That's how you got to do it.
That's perfect. That's a good learning tool. And bend his fingers back on his shooting hand. Bend them back so he gets the maximum loft.
Are you gonna do it as a character?
Yeah, just do it just like as the fingers like as a character. As the fingers.
You got to bring it. Do it as a character.
Yeah, my stepfather used to hit me, but it wasn't to make me a good basketball player. He just wanted to hit me.
I mean, Chad, I hate to take his side, but I can see his point.
Too soon.
That is too soon.
Yeah,
Chad still has some of the wealth.
How is he doing?
He's dead.
Oh, good.
He died.
Yeah, and they didn't tell you, right, Chad? Your aunt went to the grave site and there he was.
It was hilarious. My aunt went to visit my mom's grave and he was buried next to her. He goes, "Oh, I guess he's dead now." my half brother didn't tell anybody. I don't know why, and I don't care.
That's a typical Ohio. Wasn't the guy who was that guy from Cleveland had like 3 women chained in his dungeon?
Ariel Castro. He kidnapped 3 women for over a decade, kept them captive.
That's a very Ohio story.
Oh, you want to know a great story? True story. I was at the Cleveland Improv and I was doing a show and I'm at the bar and one of the girls, Michelle Knight, she was like the little one who was trapped in that house, kidnapped for 10 years, comes up to me. She's like, "Chad?" And I go, "Oh my God." I was like starstruck. She's like, "I used to listen to you on the radio while we were in the house." Like while they were being kidnapped, she would listen to our radio show. So I was broadcasting while they were being sexually abused and tortured.
Did you get hard when she said that to you?
Yeah. No. It was a mind fuck though. I was like, holy, that's crazy. Like
that is crazy.
Yeah. So when she was kidnapped,
it's a small world, as my mom would say.
Yeah. So I felt like a celebrity.
Wow.
It would have been crazy if she said she was listening to Four Corners. That would have been crazy.
She did say that.
No, it'd be funny if like the guy was into your station too. Like who picked the station? The guy or the tortured ladies?
Yeah, they said that they would like listen to the radio when they weren't allowed to watch TV, so they would listen to our radio show every day.
They're like, "Can you put on Steve Harvey?"
Did you ask her? Did you ask her about like your bits? What she remembered? What worked? What didn't work?
No, I didn't really go into detail. It was just kind of more or less. I gave her a hug. At least I could do, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they went.
And she didn't recoil.
Yeah, she's been through a lot, but she got freaked out when Chad tried to hug her.
Yeah, that's where she drew the line.
Yeah, she's like, "This guy, I was a sex slave for 8 years, but please don't hug me, Chad."
So who goes to the NBA Finals? Is it going to be who you want? I mean, what do you honestly believe, Ken?
Listen, Clippers Suns tonight, right? And Clippers have a 2-1 lead in that series.
Yeah.
You know, so what they always say about game 5s. This is a game 4, you know, and it's 2-1. The Clippers win tonight. They're going to go to the finals. They're not going to lose 3 straight to the Suns. That's my prediction. I want to see Atlanta because I want to see KB win some money because then the kids can go to summer camp. So
that's true.
I'm really rooting for Atlanta, but I want the Clippers. I
I
want
want
the Clippers to get it.
I want the Clippers to lose because it'll ruin Sam Tripoli's week. He'll be miserable, and I don't like Sam Tripoli anymore. So I think that's a good. So I'm pulling for the Suns, but I also like. I think it would be a great story if Chris Paul went to the finals with the Suns. I think that's,
Well, if the Suns win tonight, it's the Clippers are -1. But if the Suns win tonight, then Clippers are in a lot of trouble because then they're down 3-1 with two of the 3 games left at Phoenix.
Don't
So
the
they
Clippers
almost-
lead it, right? Do the Clippers lead that series 2-1?
no.
No,
Suns too.
Phoenix does.
Yeah, and they're,
Phoenix does.
and they're
Okay.
in Los Angeles.
bad.
now.
So, well, if the Clippers win, then that'll be like all the other series. They lose the first 2, they win the next 2. But I don't know. I mean, if I think Phoenix is going to want to win tonight just because they know if the Clippers get momentum, then it's anyone's kind of fucking series.
Yeah.
But if they win,
Yeah, 9
if
o'clock
Phoenix
tonight.
wins tonight, they're in good shape, and then I'm in good shape. I mean, I like to see Atlanta at least make fucking Milwaukee sweat, and Milwaukee, the guy's not a good foul shooter, obviously.
The Greek Freak.
Giannis, yeah, and then the other guys, we'll see what they do under pressure.
What wins you the most money, KB?
Atlanta.
Atlanta wins you the most money. All right.
Like I said in the beginning, the changing of the guard. I want Trae Young to go to the finals because I want them to start showcasing other players. I want the old regime out. I want Devin Booker in the finals. I want him on the biggest stage.
As long as the Knicks are nowhere to be found, that's really the key.
Thanks, Kevin. Now here's a little Knicks news for you. I may have said this before. The Knicks president, Leon Rose.
Is Sam Morrell reporting this?
No, I am. Mitch Zittimer reports that Leon Rose built a home in Margate, and he'll be down here for the whole month of July. They're having their team meetings now. So that's a true
why
story.
is he in Margate? Why is he in Margate?
Margate's the place to be, Kevin. Come on.
I know,
I know it's
but
been a
is
long
he-
time since you've been in South Jersey, but
Does he have roots down there?
no, he doesn't. He doesn't. But hey, Margate's a place to be. Margate, Longport, a little further south, little town further south where the rides are, which will remain nameless.
I
Don't want to
think
give
that,
anything away.
I don't think the Knicks can. I don't think he can do anything.
Look, they,
I mean,
they
I
have
still
two,
don't- I still
two
don't
first
think-
round picks, 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, but who are
and
they going to draft?
60 million under the cap. They got 2 first-round picks next year. So the story is they're going to package these picks and try to move up to number 7 or 8.
But they always have something they're going to pull off, and then they never do. LeBron was going to sign with them, Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and then
Now, Durant
nobody ever-
used them. Durant used them. He wasn't signing there.
Of course, but the Knicks used themselves. They played themselves. They act like they were gonna. The fucking Knicks reached out to Kevin Durant's estranged father. That's how
Hey, you
dumb
got to
they-
do what you got to do.
That's how dumb they are. And then and once Kevin Durant heard about that, he goes, "Fuck them." He was never gonna play for them.
Yeah, the Pistons
No,
got
he wasn't.
the Pistons got the first pick. Houston's got the second, and the Cavs got the third.
Who has? Can you see the top 10?
Yeah. Raptors are 4. Orlando Magic is 5. Oklahoma City Thunder is 6. The Warriors are 7. Magic are 8. So they're 2 in the top 10. Sacramento Kings are 9, and the Pelicans are 10.
But who are they gonna draft? Who's in the draft?
Well, according to this mock draft, Cade Cunningham, point guard out of Oklahoma State, is going to go number 1. He's projected. I guess he's a 6'8" guard. Great court vision. Shoots 40% from the three-point land. Houston Rockets are projecting to take Evan Mobley from South Carolina. He's a center. He's supposed to be the best center since Zion Williamson in 2019. And the Cavs have Jalen Green. Whoever
Zion
kept that in.
Williamson was the center.
What's that?
Zion Williamson was a center.
Guess that's what he's labeled as. He played
ain't
center
no-
at Duke.
He ain't no center.
It's like a power forward.
Yeah, he's a classic power forward. But
But what is a
I thought you
center?
were gonna see.
anymore?
I thought he was gonna see the best center since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Then I would have been like, that's a good center.
They don't. Those players are throwbacks. They don't have those skilled back. I mean, the centers are shooting threes now.
Yeah, because everybody wants to be everybody wants to be a 3-point guy because then it's an easier shot, less wear and tear.
So if you said Golden State wanted Ben Simmons, Chad,
They probably have to give up that draft pick.
are they gonna give up number 7 for Ben Simmons? Now Simmons is what, 24, 25?
They're gonna have to give up more than that. Ben Simmons was a number 1 pick. You think the
Would you
Sixers
give
are
up
gonna?
more than that?
The Sixers aren't gonna take him for a number 7 pick in a draft in a weak draft. There's no way.
And Klay
I don't know how
Thompson's going
weak
to be
this-
back next year, so
They're gonna have to give him. They're gonna have to give him the number 7 pick and Wiggins, and somebody else and Cash. I mean,
I could see the number 7 pick in cash, Kevin. I don't know about throwing Wiggins in there.
They're not going to take a number 7 pick is nothing in the NBA. There's lucky if they get 3 good players out of the draft. All I know is the Knicks will always be the Knicks, and I mean, I think it's going to be a while before people are going to want to sign
Yeah.
with the Knicks because
I don't think so.
Tom Thibodeau, everybody knows what he is. He's a ball buster. He's a defensive coach. And it's like guys don't want to play for guys like they want to play for player coaches, guys who are player coaches, Steve Nash, Tyronn Lue, guys like that.
Yeah, Doc Rivers. Yeah.
Doc Rivers is not a player coach. Doc Rivers is a throwback. He's not an offensive minded. Nobody wants to play for these defensive minded coaches because people don't want to play defense. They'll play defense in the playoffs, but they don't want to play it in the regular season.
I don't
Doc Rivers is already damaged goods, by the way. I mean, and the Sixers thought they got lucky with him. Did they? I mean, look at Tyronn Lue. He's coaching, he's making Doc Rivers look like a clown. He takes them to the conference finals. He's winning without their best player. And Doc Rivers always looks clueless when his team's getting ambushed at the end of the game. He did last year in the bubble. Now that he's out of the bubble, he still looks like he always has this look of, hey man, this is my team. I'm like, well, your job is to coach him up.
I guess Scottie Pippen came out and said that Doc Rivers set up Ben Simmons to fail. I don't know what
He
that was
did?
all about.
Can we get Scottie Pippen on the show?
Yeah, I could call him.
Chad, you're in a hotel. That's your room, or that's the general area. That's the
General area.
Wow, that's beautiful. Wow.
That's why you sign up to the Patreon, so you can see stuff like this.
Wow. Where are you at Zany's?
I'm playing a place called Daytona Live tonight. It's like a rock venue. They do a show once a month. It's always packed.
Oh, great.
You're headlining, right?
Hell yeah, I'm the headliner.
You
Put me in
taping
the hotel.
taping a concert? Yeah, look at that fucking patio he's at.
Yeah, so come to the Hilton Garden Inn, 257. You guys want to party
Hilton
tonight?
Garden Inn, that's fucking sweet, man. They got that
Yeah.
morning breakfast, right?
Yeah, and the COVID restrictions are lifted, so
Oh,
I'm gonna jump down to
sweet.
that hot buffet.
Where am I staying in Fort Myers?
I don't know where you staying.
I don't know. I didn't get a place yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, end of July we're gonna be Florentine and I are gonna be at the Laughing Comedy Cafe in Fort Myers. And Kevin, you'll like this. Kevin's coming in. Jim might come in a day early, and Bobby Kelly's playing in Port Charlotte, so we might go visit Bobby. That's 30 minutes away. Bobby
Oh,
Belly.
that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
What do you mean? He's coming in a day early. Bobby's there all week.
Yeah, Bobby's. I think he's there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and 30 minutes away is where our gig.
Are you gonna tell Bobby? Or you're gonna surprise him?
I don't know. It's a month away. He could be dead by then.
Yeah, just show up with a pizza. He won't get mad. He's fat.
He does good in that market because it's a Calta market, so he sells tickets.
Oh yeah, that's the other side, Fort Myers.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Bobby's got one market. Good for him.
the Tampa area is very good to him.
Yep. So I guess, but he don't want to move down there because that would make too much sense. 'Cause he wants to stay in New York in case something happens for him, in case he gets a writing job or something like that. You never know.
Maybe he'll get back,
I know, but Bobby pretends to not know.
maybe he'll get back on Fallon again like he did.
Yep. Yep. I don't think anything could save that fucking beached whale at this point.
You should try to go for one more late night.
I'm thinking about it. No, because I can't even tell the story.
What? What's going on? What am I missing here?
Wait, who books Colbert?
I forgot. Jessica Pilot.
Yeah, so she was gonna. I opened for Louis last night, and she was gonna come out. One of the other comics was like, "Oh, Jessica was gonna come out to watch," and I just thought it'd be so great if she had seen my set, and then I'd be like, can I? Because I do want to be on the show because I want to go down in a fucking ball of flames and just literally go out and try to somehow YouTube it or tape it on my phone, and they would never play it like a Hicks thing. Except I would try, like I would curse, wouldn't fix it. I'd curse the way I do in the set. I'd curse the jokes, and they'd be like, and just
That-
do whatever I want.
Can you imagine that? A
Come-
Hicks thing. And then they bring Kevin's mom on after Kevin drops dead, and they bring Kevin's mom on and show her the set. And then they
Yeah.
apologize to her for not playing it.
Yeah, but the problem with Colbert is they tape like 10 of them.
Yeah, and he's not even in the room.
Yeah, so they would never air it. But I would still be like, hey, can I do a set? And then I would fuck it up on purpose. I wouldn't even fuck it up. I wouldn't change a word. And the crowd would be like, hey, this guy doesn't play by the rules. That's right, bitches.
You should come on and say, "Isn't Trump awesome? Trump's the best." Just to get him going.
No, I do my Donald Trump joke about grabbing women by the pussy, and they'd be like, "Oh, this guy's outrageous." I'm not
This guy
taking
gets it.
sides. I'm not taking sides. I'm just doing the jokes.
Where'd you open up for Louis at?
Long Island.
Where's he at? Governor's?
I can't say.
You can't.
Was it
say
sold
where-
out?
He's out. He's out of the red.
I can't say even. He's out of what?
He's kind of like back. He's not
Yeah.
really.
I don't even say after the gig's over. You could probably figure it out. I don't know.
Who's all on the
Any-
show?
Anyway,
Oh, you're in West Nyack.
no, I'm not.
Oh,
No, that's coming up. No, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
Long Island's where he made the Parkland jokes that leaked out.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a little more cautious now.
Who else
Was
is
it
on the
sold
show?
out?
Huh? Oh, that was
Was
the
it-
question. Was it sold out? No, it doesn't. No. He said
Louis didn't sell out?
we sold more tickets than Compound Media, but not by much. He said it was neck and neck with Compound Media. Yeah, look,
Wow,
it sells out. He sells out without even trying. And he doesn't have to, I should have taken a picture of it and then sent it to Keith the cop. Like Keith did with me when they were at Governor's. It's like, hey, Kevin, miss you. Sold out. And then and then they found out they had sold 122 tickets or whatever. And the
A
rest
lot
was
of pre-tape for that July 4th week at Compound Media.
I thought they wouldn't let them do that anymore.
Nah, they're pre-taping.
That's gonna be disaster.
I
Oh my
wonder if
God.
Keith the cop. I wonder if they're bringing the big boat down here. They come down here in the big boat every July 4th.
Oh God. No, when they used to pre-tape, it was just literally just go like, just literally just mail it in. All you got to do is sit there and then talk to somebody, but the problem was you couldn't even find time to do pre-tapes because the studio was like always had somebody coming in to their pre-tape there. I ran into Natalie Cuomo. She's always on Bill Schultz's show. And then at the Governor's.
I think
and then,
somebody I think Errol Robb wants her on the show.
Huh?
I think
No,
Errol.
we're not
Robb-
having it. We're not having any. We're not doing any crossover.
There's no crossover.
No, no. I mean, it's like I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you off the air why I don't want him on the show, but no, I'm not gonna have him on the show. Cause I don't know. I just don't think it's the way to go. I mean, let them do that. Let Bill Schultz and Compound Media do that.
Hey, Kevin, I told Denny DiOrio you wished him a happy birthday.
Is he?
I was at his-
When's his birthday?
It was last week. Had a nice little party over there.
Did he? How do you know?
I was there.
Oh,
Actually, her name, yeah, Natalie Cuomo. She's the one with the tattoos.
yeah.
Yeah, Errol Robb requested her. I was like, all right,
Who?
Fat Bad Rob sent me an email.
And what did he want her to do?
I'll read exactly what he said. I just pulled it up. Hi, Chad. It's Rob from Pittsburgh, Fat Pad Rob. Here's a guest idea if you ever need one. Full disclosure, I think she's a doll. She's super hot tattoos. She's super sweet. But if you could pitch this to Kevin, that'd be great.
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't have like an angle, you know?
I don't know her. I don't know anything about her.
No, I mean, basically female comics angle is I'm a female. Isn't that enough? Just like women show up at a party and it's like, hey, we're women. Isn't that enough? I'm like, I guess it is. So their angle is we're women. And I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do? I mean, I could see if you're on Compound Media, because, if they're attractive, you want to put them on the air but we don't have that kind of a show. So she's going to show her tattoos.
Yeah. I don't know. Get some eye candy in here. See what happens.
Yeah, but on Zoom, it don't work.
Yeah, that's true. But then, we had Eleanor on. That was a great show. That was fun.
Yeah, but she's not eye candy, is she?
No.
Yeah, she's not bad. She was really good though.
I thought she was awful, but
Yeah, well, you think everybody's awful, but she was good. I thought she was pretty funny.
I was busting Earl's balls saying that she's giving him a run for the money being the best LA guest. And I think he sort of kind of got competitive with that. He's like, well, he goes, next time I come on, I'm going to bring it.
Oh, well.
yeah. Let's make them bring it. No, I listen. I just it's like I don't want to go into it too deep, except that I just when I meet the comics, I'm like, all right, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Was she on Louis' show or was she just hanging out?
Who?
That Cuomo girl.
No, she did another show.
Mm.
She did another show and she was hosting. I mean, they're all nice. Everybody's nice, but I'm like, I thought like, but then I just in my own head, I'm like, what can we do with them?
Was Joe List on the show?
Yeah, but no, I'm not gonna say. Did I say he was on the show?
Yeah,
Who did I say?
you said that there was 80 people in the crowd.
No, did I say who was on the show?
No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
No.
say who was on the show.
You think that's why he uses you? Because you keep your mouth shut?
No, I just don't want to. I don't want to talk about who's on the show because then then you're gonna ask questions and I don't want to. I got nothing to gain. I'll talk about people who weren't on the show.
Was Mark Norman on it?
Mark Norman was no. I mean, it's
Mike Birbiglia.
Governors is a weird place. I'll just leave it at that. But they had
so it's Governors.
an outside show because with the pandemic, James, the owner, he's a nice guy. He put an outside. They never used it before, but he made it like an outside venue, and they had a show there with Natalie hosted. And then I was going to do a set and I was looking at the show and I was like, ah, fuck. But I got there super early because I didn't know how long it was going to take. And I got there like at 8 and the show started at 11.
Dude, Louis not even on the schedule on the website. That's if you're not even on the website and he's selling out, that's pretty good.
No, he was on the website. They took him down.
Oh, okay. It was just a one show.
No, he was there. He was there Monday and Friday.
Hmm.
I didn't know he was there. Somebody asked me if I was opening for him on Monday. And then I said, oh, I didn't even know he was there. And then I checked the website. He did a one show, but it's supposed to be a 10 o'clock show. And then, so I don't know how long it's going to take to get out there and the trains and shit. So I figured I'm not going to sit around my house. So I left here like 5:36 and then I got there at 8 and show was supposed to start at 10, but they were backed up from the earlier show. So it didn't start till 11. So by the time the show started, I was like a little loopy, but,
Oh, I emailed Keith Stubbs over at Wise Guys in Utah.
what'd he say?
He hasn't gotten back to me, but one of our fans, good guy, Vinny Cash, very, very generous with the donations. Says he's going to fly Kevin and I first class and put us up in awesome hotels if we perform out there. He's going to
There
take
was
care of
another
it.
guy when MLC first started. He wanted to fly me and Lenny and Liz out there, and then he just wanted us. He wanted us to do like a private show. So then I don't know. I think Lenny handled it, and then the guy we wanted too much money. So I don't know if it's the same guy because for some reason I thought he was in Utah as well, but I could be wrong.
No,
Or maybe
because
Vegas. I think the other guy was Vegas actually.
yeah, this guy's he came over when we had Shuley on, so he's kind of new to the world, but he's really into it. He used to be a big Stern fan, but now he hates it. So you're like his Stern now.
All right, good. Vinny Cash. Can't go wrong with a name like Vinny Cash.
Oh yeah, and he throws the cash around.
How about Brian Cashman, who works for the Yankees? He's been the general manager since what, 2004? His name is Cashman. Cashman.
Cash man.
And the guy can't fucking they really haven't done dick since he's been in charge. Wish Lenny Marcus was on here. And they keep going, hey, what's wrong with this team? How about the team sucks and all you guys do is sign big money free agents, and then you're like, hey, how come this team sucks?
He was the GM when they won in 2009.
Okay, Ken, good point. Except that's the only
You
time
said they never won.
that was the only time they won in since 2000. They've won once, and that's 22 years now. They won once in 22 years, and the only reason they won that year is because Brad Lidge sucked.
The Rays are in
played-
first place.
They played the Phillies, and Brad Lidge, his sinker wasn't working, and A-Rod was hitting him.
E-Rock.
And you know the guy sucks if A-Rod can hit it in the playoffs because he's a gigantic.
Or
choke,
E-Rock.
So. E-Rock, I like to see E-Rock go up against A-Rod. How do you guys feel about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez?
Now we're talking.
Those,
Let's
yeah,
dish.
those two crazy kids.
Let's
No, I just
dish.
realized his wife is named Jennifer, and now then Jennifer Garner and Jennifer Lopez. So I think this guy's like something to do with Jennifer. I'm not a detective, but I would say that something's going on.
I think they're both obsessed with being celebrity, so that's why they're back together.
Well, it's working because you got people like me talking about it on a sports show.
Yeah, I think Jennifer.
How about Jason Kidd? Jason Kidd, the new head coach at the Mavericks.
Is he coaching the Mavericks now?
Yeah, that's why he pulled his name out of what was it, Portland or wherever. Remember, he pulled his name out.
The team that
Looks like
drafted him.
Yeah, so Rick Carlisle, I guess, knew for a while he was going back to Indiana. He probably told Jason Kidd, "Hey, man, just hold on a minute."
I tell you what,
Yeah.
I used to have a poster in my room of Jimmy Jackson, Jamal Mashburn, and Jason Kidd when they were the Triple J Ranch with the Mavericks
Jackson was a good player, good shooter.
out of Ohio State.
Yeah, now he works for TNT.
What happened to Jamal Mashburn? Where's he at?
He was with I guess he played with the Heat.
We could probably get him on the show.
Some of these guys, I don't know what the fuck happens, but Jimmy Jackson, they thought he was going to be big, and then whatever. Someone's got to get him. I don't know. Like sometimes when you go from college to the pros, it doesn't really work because the players get faster. So, if you're athletic, You got to be able to shoot, is what it comes down to. I don't know if Jimmy Jackson was that good a shot.
He wasn't. He was very athletic, but he wasn't that great of a shot.
Dr. J
Jackson did-
wasn't even. Dr. J wasn't even a good shooter. I mean, he was okay, but whenever he took an outside jumper, you're like, oh, what are you settling for it out? But it's like they don't want to drive to the basket every fucking time.
If you ever get bored, watch the Dream Team documentary on YouTube. It's awesome. It's only an hour long, but it's
I
awesome.
saw it. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. But my
There's one
point,
about the ABA on YouTube too. That was good too.
okay, I'll watch that.
Billy Paltz. Remember Billy Paltz?
Because they thought the ABA would, thought the ABA would go away. And then they kept signing they kept signing players. And when they merged with the NBA, I think the next All-Star game, like 8 of the players that merged with the league were All-Stars. So they had all kinds of fucking great players in the ABA, and they finally were just like, what are we gonna do? We gotta merge because they were signing too many good players. But Red Auerbach said it was Dr. J. He said the Dr. J stuff they just couldn't, because Dr. J was selling tickets, and the NBA was boring. It was too structured, and the ABA was more fun. The players were freestyling more like schoolyard basketball.
I mean, you got Moses Malone, Spencer Haywood, George Gervin, Julius Irvin.
Artis Gilmore.
Yeah.
Artis
Artis
Gilmore.
Gilmore. Yeah.
Rick-
He was
Rick
7'2".
Barry.
Rick Barry was in the ABA for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about him.
Those are just some of the. key
Yeah, I
players.
think he was in the NBA, Rick Barry, then he signed with the ABA, and then he went back. But it was like they were throwing enough money around, and people were like, fuck, man. And they just had more exciting players.
And here's some of the coaches that were the ABA was Larry Brown, Hubie Brown. Who else did they have?
George Karl, was he a coach in there?
He might have been. Is Seattle getting the Sonics back? Is that a
Doug
thing?
Moe. Remember Doug Moe? Then he
Yeah.
coached Denver.
Yeah, he coached Denver. Yeah, they were NBA ABA franchise. David Thompson, he was in the ABA too. He played, right? He played for
David
Denver,
Thompson,
right?
the guy that beat out Michael Jordan in high school.
No, he played for NC State when they beat UCLA, and him and Tom Burleson when they beat UCLA the one year that UCLA didn't win.
No, David Thompson.
Yeah.
David Thompson inducted Michael Jordan to the NBA Hall of Fame because Michael Jordan always looked up to that dude, and they always said he was the best player out of Carolina.
He went to Carolina State.
Yeah, so he always tried to be like David Thompson.
David Thompson jumped like he had springs in his fucking legs. Like nobody jumped like this guy. And but then I think he turned to cocaine when he was in the pros, and he got into a little bit of problem. But it gets some of the best of us. That I don't do cocaine. I do like the smell, but I don't do it. And Artie Lang told me one time, he said, "Stay away from that stuff, kid." And so I did. But David Thompson, Google this guy. David Thompson could jump. He was probably 6'4", but he could literally jump. He could touch the top of the backboard. I mean, nobody could jump until then, nobody ever saw a guy jump like that.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah, me too.
But I guess he was signed with Denver, and then when they merged, Denver was a NBA franchise. So
In college, they used to put dimes on top of the backboard above the rim, and he would jump up and pull the dimes off.
yeah, he was.
Pull
he
this
was-
up.
I mean,
He's
every time he
66
jumped,
now.
you're like, this guy's how's he gonna land? Because he would just jump so high. You're like, Jesus Christ, what the?
You were
fuck
right.
is-
He was 6'4", Kevin. You were right. 6'4".
Of course, Kevin's always right.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything's coming up, Brennan.
But they lost. I think they beat UCLA in the. They didn't beat him in the. They beat him in the Final Four. They didn't beat him in the final game. They beat him in the semifinal.
Yeah. Yep. Do you remember who NC State beat in the final?
I mean, it was almost anticlimactic. I remember, but Let me think. What year was it? I don't know.
I'm watching.
Let
David
me guess.
Thompson.
Providence?
I don't know. I'm looking it up. We ought
Oh.
to make that our for the Patreon people. They get a
He's an
prize
all-right
if
dunker. He's
they.
not that great.
Huh? No, but they're just showing what they're showing. I mean, the guy nobody jumps like that. Like, just straight the fuck up. In college, it was even sicker because, he's playing up against some white guys in
Look at that.
the ACC, and you're like, this guy is ridiculous.
Okay, that was pretty nice.
Yeah, he's dunking from a top, on top of the box.
All right. Yeah, this guy's.
Look at- oh, geez, yeah.
Oh, they're doing the top 10 David Thompson dunks.
Yeah.
Oh, he blocks it. I mean, no, he's just. It was like it was like not even human how fucking, because he was the first guy that was like, it's sick how just how high he could get up there, and he wasn't a big dude, but his teammate Tom Burleson was like 7'6".
7'4", right?
Yeah, he was gigantic and ugly as shit. Very ugly man.
He's an ugly man.
Yeah, he wasn't the most handsome guy.
I want to wait to see the last dunk because it's probably the best one. Well, that's pretty impressive.
He never really. It's never seemed like he got up like super high, but he could. I mean, he was always fucking high flying. But I just remember the cocaine got him. I think he got suspended for cocaine,
Ooh.
and
Look at
That's
this
what
video component now, Chad. That's great.
Yeah.
Video highlights for MLF during the football
yeah,
season.
that is some high tech. That's like right out of fucking Legion of Skanks.
That's what happened to Brian P. McCarthy. Cocaine got him and ruined his career.
I think he did more cocaine than he let on.
Brian P. McCarthy?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said that he would get drugs for Jim Jeffries. Like that, he was kind of.
That's a given. I think Brian said that.
Oh, okay. That's probably where I heard it from him.
That's how he was friends with these guys. He wasn't friends with them because they were comics together. They came up together. He was their drug dealer.
You see, Eddie Ifs announced his tour coming up.
I can't wait. I got tickets.
Yeah, I'm gonna find him one of those cities and confront him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna get in his face when he comes on to Florida.
Wait, where is he on tour?
He's just doing all the clubs. He put a poster out. Somebody sent it to me actually because I blocked him on Twitter.
I didn't see it. Does he have me blocked?
I don't know. I know I blocked him after he did MLC.
He took a turn for the. Once we started doing the show together, he kind of ghosted me too.
That's fine. You don't really need Eddie If in your life. It's not that he's not that impressive. Between you and me.
I think he has me blocked because his name's not coming up. Oh, here it is. All my followers are fake. The woman in this picture is my muse. Oh, well.
Did he block you?
So many cities I'm coming back on my 2021 Back in the Saddle tour. Ventura. Oh, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we got about an hour in, guys. Is that good? I think that's enough.
This is the show? I thought we already started.
Yeah, we've been doing.
We started.
Yeah.
Where's Lenny's printer? He worked on Saturday.
I didn't even think about it. I had a brain fart.
Because I wanted to see what's the thing is with Atlanta, nobody gave them a chance, and so I think that's what that fuels them because even after they were never the betting favorite against the Sixers. It was a given the Sixers are going to beat them, and now it's a given Milwaukee's going to beat them. But I mean, Milwaukee should have been down 3-0 to fucking the Nets. I mean, if Joe Harris or Bruce Brown would have made it fucking easy shots in Game 3, they would have won Game 3. Then it would have been 3-0, and then Kyrie probably whatever. Anyway, the bottom line is Milwaukee sucks. And Milwaukee, I don't know if we have any fans of Milwaukee.
Actually,
But,
Paul from Raw Dog's a big Bucks fan.
All right, then I support them. But I'm just saying it's Milwaukee is not they're not the Milwaukee Bucks of Oscar Robertson and Lou Alcindor and that other guy. So,
Bobby Dandridge.
yeah, Bobby Dandridge. So they're beatable. They're absolutely beatable. Can Trey Young pull it? If Trey Young gets to the finals, this will be one of the miracle runs of all time because they literally left him for dead. From the beginning, nobody gave them a ghost of a fucking chance. And on the other side, I think it's a win-win. I think even if the Clippers get in, that'll be good for basketball because the Clippers, I mean, it's better if the Clippers get in, it makes the Lakers look like shit. And so that won't make me if they beat Phoenix, I don't think they will, but if they do, I won't be that miserable because I like to see the Clippers tell everybody to go fuck themselves, especially all the LA Lakers fans and all the LeBron fans.
Makes Doc Rivers look like shit. Doc had
It
some
makes
good
Doc
teams.
Rivers look like shit, and also it'd be great for Paul George if he'd get to the finals without fucking Kawhi Leonard. He can finally tell everybody to shut the fuck up.
Is Kawhi Leonard done?
They're not saying he's day to game to game, but
Yeah.
he's not. I don't think he's going to play. He's out for tonight's game. But I still think it's weird. Scottie Pippen is chiming in on everybody, and everybody's fucking pushing back on Scottie Pippen.
So if Kawhi Leonard, he would 1-1 with Toronto, San Antonio, and the Clippers. So you'd be in the talks of one of the greats of all time if he wins.
Yeah, but he won't even be on a team. He's not going to be on a team that wins.
All right.
So if the Clippers win without him, that's actually a kind of a mark on it's not a good mark on his career. That's a bad mark that they won without him. That they
That's
lost
true.
last year they lost with him, and this year they're winning without him. Actually makes it seem like they're better off without him. I think they might be because more players are shooting. I mean, when Kawhi's there, you just got to give it to Kawhi and hope that he makes a fucking shot. But now they're passing the ball around.
I have a friend who works in the NBA, and they said last year the Clippers just wanted out of that bubble. They didn't care. They just wanted gone.
Yeah, that's not true.
That's what I heard.
Well, what do you mean they wanted out?
They just that's why they lost. They just didn't want to be there.
Well, they still tried. They just maybe they mentally they weren't into it. Paul George said, yeah, there was a lot of stories that Paul George wasn't happy that he had mental issues in the bubble. Wait, so you guys don't think Scottie Pippen talking a lot is bad for Scottie Pippen?
No, I don't think it's bad for Scottie Pippen. Why would it be?
I think he got triggered by the Jordan thing, and now he's like, fuck everybody. Fuck you, Michael. Fuck everybody. Like, I got 6 rings. Fuck all y'all.
What's bad for Scottie Pippen is his wife running around with all these young NBA guys.
Well, she only did it with one, and that guy's
a couple. She's on number 2, right? She got the second guy now.
Well,
Pippen wasn't happy with The Last Dance. I know that.
Those are your sources?
My sources are telling me.
Well, that might have just triggered him, and he was like, "Fuck this! I'm not pulling any punches anymore. I'm going out swinging." And I mean, the problem with Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant didn't win with his original team, and he had good players. So now when he goes to Golden State, and now he comes to the Nets, he's always going to a kind of an easy situation. But you know, Scottie Pippen won with his original team, so did Jordan. So when these guys move around to the old school guys. Barkley says point blank he doesn't want the Nets to win, and he doesn't think the Nets were going to win. I mean, but he's always wrong. But I think he doesn't want them to win because he's old school. He's like, no, you try to win with the team you're on. You don't just talk to your all-star buddy friends and go, let's go play in Miami or let's go play in fucking in Brooklyn.
Well, that's kind of what he did.
Remember, Barkley forced himself to the Suns to try to win a championship and then lost to Jordan in the finals.
No, but I don't know if he forced them. They traded him, right? He was sick of, they had a lot of baggage in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, right. So he forced a trade to a much better team.
Yeah, but back then they didn't force a trade. They just made a trade. You couldn't force a trade back then. You were at the mercy of management. It's not
That's what
like
you
now
say.
where, huh?
That's what you say. I say
No.
differently. I say he forced his way out
By doing what?
by forcing a trade to Phoenix.
No, he might have made himself miserable and said they were like, trade me, and then they trade him.
I mean,
But-
I think he made everyone around him miserable.
Okay, well, good. And then he went to Phoenix and they were actually a good team. And they
Oh yeah, real good.
the problem
agree
with
with you.
Jordan befriended all these guys, and then he was friends with Barkley, and then it you don't want to be friends with the guy you're playing up against, because then it's like that's how Jordan that's another way he gets you to fucking be his bitch, where it's like, hey, we're friends, and then Barkley's like, hey, yeah, we're friends, I guess. I don't know. But they were not a great team. They were pretty good. They had Danny Ainge and that other guy. What's that other white guy? 3-point shooter.
Dan Marley.
Yeah. Then they
Yeah.
had Dennis.
Thunder Dan.
Did they have Dennis Johnson too?
Yeah, DJ was the point guard.
Did you hear the story about Paul Westphal? They were telling on TNT. He said Charles Barkley was like, they were talking about Paul Westphal. He didn't just die,
Yeah.
but he died recently, right? Anyway,
Yeah, he died recently. The Chuck story, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Charles Barkley would just started. I guess he just signed with. He just started camp with Phoenix. So one of the reporters was like, "Hey Chuck," he kept saying, "Hey Chuck," and Barkley's like, he finally was like, "Huh? Who are you talking to?" He goes, "Yeah, hey Chuck, are you gonna play in the first preseason game?" He goes, "Why are you calling me Chuck?" He goes, Paul Westphal said, "Go ask Chuck if he's gonna play." So
And
he
he's been
like
Chuck ever
literally,
since.
he said literally he just got the nickname because Paul Westphal was like, yeah, ask Chuck over there. Nobody had ever called him Chuck in his life. And it stuck, which is hilarious. He said Kenny Smith actually has him as Chuck listed in his contacts on his phone. And it was a funny story, especially where he was like a grown man. He was at least 30 years old, never been called Chuck in his life. And Paul
Yep.
Westphal's like, yeah, ask Chuck over there.
That's awesome.
So I got Phoenix in the finals, and I got
It's me and Kenny at the Jet Smith.
Phoenix, and where'd you see him?
He was at the Whole Foods in the Valley when I lived in LA.
Why was he there? He lives out there?
I guess. I don't know.
He can't possibly live out there, right?
I think he does because his kid, when Kobe Bryant died, said he would take his kids to the Mamba Center. He was coaching basketball there.
Oh, maybe he went out there for that, but
Yeah.
because he works out of Atlanta. He's from North Carolina, or I'm not from North Carolina, but that's where he played. And he played in Houston, so it'd be weird. He's LA, lives in LA.
He
So,
went
yeah.
back to back, right, with titles. Didn't Kenny Smith and Houston? They went back
Yeah.
to back. I know they
When-
beat the Knicks one year.
When Jordan wasn't playing. What happened to that team when Jordan was around? They never made it to the finals, which makes no sense.
I think they went to the
They-
Eastern Conference Finals.
They lost to the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals on a controversial 4-point
No, they were in
play.
the West. Houston was in the West.
I thought you were talking about the Bulls when Jordan wasn't there.
No, I'm talking about when Jordan was playing. What happened to Olajuwon? How come he never made it to the finals?
He did go to the finals.
They did go to finals. He
Not
won
against-
back to back.
No, not against Jordan. I'm saying the years
Oh.
Jordan wasn't there, but the years Jordan was playing, Olajuwon never went up to, and I always say how great he was. How come he never made it to the finals and played Jordan in the finals? That would have been a good series. Because he was actually a very good player and Houston had a good team. They always
A
had
really good team.
Anyway, so I'm gonna go with I don't know. If Atlanta comes in, I think it'd be great for the NBA. And then Phoenix, like I said, Phoenix or Clippers, either way, it's good for the NBA because Phoenix is a good team. Devin Booker's, obviously they're a good team. It'd be a good story for Chris Paul, it'd be a good story for Phoenix, and it'd be a good story for the Clippers. Either way. But I don't want to see I think Giannis is a nice guy, so I hope that nice guys don't finish first. Works out.
So you win, Kevin, with Phoenix and Atlanta going to the finals.
Yeah, I can't lose. I'd win more if Atlanta won, but either way, they'd probably pay me. They're already trying to pay me off. with Phoenix, and Atlanta not so much, especially probably after last night. But if Atlanta comes in, I got them at 65-1 basically, and then the last time I saw it was at like 6-1 Atlanta.
Who
You
you
could take
betting
six-
with?
You could take 6-1. And when
DraftKings?
Atlanta got in, after Atlanta won the first game against Milwaukee, I think it was 6-1. If you took Atlanta to win the whole thing, I got them at 65-1. And I got Phoenix at 16-1, and now Phoenix is about even money. So you're winning 100 if you bet 100, you win 100 with Phoenix.
We'll get Lenny Sprinter on next week because he'll give us some good picks.
Yeah, that's why I thought if we did Saturday, you get Lenny's printer on, but it doesn't matter. This is gold anyway with Ken Mosca doing all his characters.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
mean,
literally working with like Martin Short or somebody like that, or
Jim
Billy
Brewer.
Crystal. Yeah, Bill, just a guy who's very, very versatile. So we appreciate it, Ken. You stepping up.
Ken Mosca is like the man of many impressions, I've learned.
Yeah, he's like who's that guy that used to be on Carson all the time?
Rich Little.
Yeah, Rich Little.
Oh,
He's a
he
regular
was
Rich.
terrible.
He's a
Rich,
regular
oh,
Rich
come on.
Little. No, he was great. People thought he was a fucking genius. He was, for the time, he could do everybody. He was no Brian P. McCarthy. I don't know if he could do Peter Falk, but he was pretty good.
2 years ago, I did the Laugh Factory in Vegas, and Rich Little had a residency there. So like on every Saturday, so I hung out with him in the green room for like hours, just asking him stories.
Oh,
about
that
sports.
would have. You should have. Oh, that would have been the greatest podcast of all time.
It was
Get
amazing.
him on.
I'll reach
Does he
out.
like football?
No, because he was he did he not for he must have a million stories because he was on Carson and like a lot of times.
Yeah.
And actually, I think Carson got mad at him at one point, right? Because he did Carson on Carson or something like that. Or
Yeah, I
don't
don't
know.
remember.
I remember Freddie DeCordova was like, "Yeah, do Johnny," and I think Johnny got mad.
It was I know who you mean. It was the guy. Oh man, and Carson banned him. I don't think it was Rich Little. It was the guy, a little guy who was on the Batman series as the Joker.
Burt Ward? Oh,
No, he played the
Cesar
Joker.
Romero?
Oh,
No.
no, I know who you mean.
I can't think of his name. Not John
Yeah.
Biner. Shit.
Yeah. Anyway, people can look it up.
Mike Binder.
Yeah, it was Mike Binder.
Speaking of Mike, what's going on with what's his name? Mike David at Red Bar. Is he dying or something?
Yeah, what's going
Just-
on?
Did you see that where he's, actually apologizing for being sick and he doesn't want to come on being sick? And
Yeah, but what kind of sick is he?
Somebody
I don't
sent
know.
me a DM. They think he's just playing that angle because he just wants some time off from the show.
so you say you're sick?
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe he went
Kevin,
there.
you want to try that, man? I might raise your Patreon numbers. Like if Kevin
People are-
gets sick, have Kevin get sick and miss MLC, and have Chad run it, and have a guest come in each week, and then you can have Brian P. McCarthy on.
I'll be
Right.
like Joan
Numbers
Rivers.
will.
Last
Who?
year when I got crazy hot, I was sick of doing a show. I was gonna have Chad and Bob Levy fill in for me, and then I would have sat in sometime. I sometimes I just don't want to fucking like. I don't mind doing a show. I just don't want to host it.
The Norton roast popped up on my screen last night. I watched. I've never seen it before. The Norton roast. Levy was really good.
Where?
Pretty funny.
Where,
Popped up
just
on
At
YouTube.
Village
Jim Norton.
Underground?
No, is that
It was
Caroline?
Caroline's. It was at Caroline's in what 2004?
Yeah, I watched that not too long. It popped up on mine. I watched a little bit of it.
It was pretty funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a pretty sloppy roast, but there were some funny ones.
Yeah. Ben, you see where they're attacking Ben Bailey? Jesus. Geraldo was really going hard at Ben
Bailey was on the dais, or he was just there?
Yeah. No, he was on the dais.
It was Ben Bailey, Levy, Norton, Florentine, Patrice, Nick DiPaolo, Colin, Jim, like everybody. Everybody was on.
Pretty
it.
strong lineup.
Kilmartin, what's her name?
Laurie Kilmartin.
Lord Kilmartin.
Yeah, she was pretty funny. She was pretty funny.
Wait, and what was Geraldo saying about Ben Bailey?
I just calling him all kinds of names, and Ben Bailey tripped over his words a couple of times, and and Geraldo was breaking his balls for tripping over his words. And DePaulo was laughing at him. DePaulo was pretty funny.
Speaking of Ben Bailey, how about that Derek Chauvin? That guy can't get a break.
Was it
22 and a half years.
It'll go by fast.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Yeah, don't put him in general population.
Thoughts
It'll
of
They're
go,
gonna,
it'll go by fast, all right.
they're gonna have to isolate him for a while.
Oh, there you go, Chad.
Yeah.
They're hammering Patrice too about his neck
Wait.
rolls.
And O&A hosted, right?
Yeah,
Well,
they came out and opened it up. Right, Chad? Yeah, they came out
Voss
and
was the
opened it up.
host.
Voss hosted it, but they came out first
Oh, they came out
for a
first.
couple of minutes. Yeah.
Oh. Look at Voss.
Voss-
He looks.
He's a pretty good host when it comes to roasts. He's not bad at all. He thanked for what's his name? Oh God, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. Asshole that I am. For fixing his hair. Norton's liver spots on his head.
I gotta watch.
Oh, there's
that.
that's Nick DiPaolo.
Yeah, Colin Quinn. He said, Colin, thanks for fixing your hair for tonight.
Why is Nick DiPaolo wearing a Rangers fucking thing?
He's a Rangers fan.
Oh, he's not. He's from Boston.
Yeah, I don't know.
Makes no sense.
Watch
Yeah,
it at
no,
home.
he is a Bruins fan.
Look how they're all jammed in. They're all fucking seated like literally on top of each other. Anyway, all right, let's wrap it up. Chad, you got to do a show, right?
It's I don't have to be there till 7:30, so I'm gonna go get some food and yeah,
I'll
upload
see you next month. I'll see you next month, Chad.
You
Yeah.
nervous, Chad?
No, never.
I get nervous before shows. I still get nervous.
Only time I ever got
Shows.
nervous is before like a TV taping. That's it. I don't even care.
I get nervous. I get nervous before like every show. It's fucking ridiculous.
Did you get nervous at Soul Joel's? You didn't get nervous there.
Yeah, I
did
got
you?
nervous there,
Really?
and I should have been because I fucking ate my own dick.
That's what I heard. I heard it was pretty bad.
I was yeah, and last night I'm like, I was actually berating myself. I go, dude, 30 years, you're still nervous? Fucking pack it in.
Oof.
Pack it in. But then I'm all aces once I get up there, so I don't even know what the answer is.
Did you ride out with Louie or did you go by yourself?
I can't tell you how I got there or got back.
So dumb.
Teamster Tim.
I took the train out. I'll tell you, I took the train out, and and everyone says everything's back to normal. The train was fucking empty. It was empty. It was so empty. Some lady sat behind me and started talking on her phone. I just moved to another part of the train and got a big seat over there. I don't know why she wanted to sit near me, but so it's nice. I like it. I like it like this.
Maybe she recognized you.
Train, no, she didn't.
No.
But she had a Jamaican accent, and she got
Oh.
on Jamaica. She got on Jamaica Queens, and she had a Jamaican accent.
Oh, by the way, for shout out to Anthony, I met at Trader Joe's, who's a huge MLC MLF fan. It was kind of cool getting recognized from this show.
Yeah, he's a Whitney Cummings sister fan, right?
Yeah, he's like Ashley Team Ashley Cummings.
Did she get the watch back yet?
I know
No,
we
she's
gotta
good.
have her back on.
She'll come back on.
We'll have her back on, and we'll give her a month to get everything settled. Get the watch, get the will all settled.
Yeah, she's got some work to do.
That was classic when she's reading her dad's will
I have her dad's will right here
on the
on my
phone.
computer. I have Whitney Cummings' dad's will on my computer.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, shout out to Bert Kreischer. I saw Mark Norman at the Comedy Cellar the other night.
Did you talk to him?
I go, it's great to finally meet you.
Was he like, hey?
He was a little awkward seeing me. It's the first time I've actually seen him socially awkward. Maybe because I thought I was gonna do something.
He's probably scared of you.
Yeah, maybe he's a little nervous. He didn't know what to fight. He didn't know what to make of me. I don't even know
Hey,
what I'm
July-
gonna do.
Hey, July 22nd, Seaview. Patty Rossborough, Mark Riccadonna, Molly Kornfeld.
I already got my
tickets. Only a few tickets left. Now, Riccadonna says, will Brennan come down and do a guest spot? I said to Riccadonna, I'll get him a room if he wants to come down. He can bring the family. There's a pool.
I already got tickets for the whole family.
Yeah, well, I know you don't, because I'm the ticket guy. So nice
No,
try.
I got the Compound Media weekend package. I got tickets for all the shows, and I got a meet and greet with Patty and Riccadonna, and then I got
How much is the meet and greet?
it's $95 a head, and also I got
Dinner included.
no
75
breakfast.
a head.
Breakfast. I got breakfast Saturday and Sunday.
Come on down, KB. Do a guest spot for us.
That was the worst when I went to what do you call it? Legoland, and it's like $500 a night for the room or whatever. It's so expensive, and then none of the meals are free. It's another $100 for breakfast because it's all buffet, and my kids eat one thing and they're like, I'm full, but it was the worst, biggest scam of all time. So they're a negative sponsor, Legoland. It's a new sponsor. We have a new sponsor, everybody. Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, old-fashioned Coca-Cola.
Actually, our sponsor wants to know what our schedule is going to be for MLF. Chad, I'll talk to you about it since I don't talk to Kevin anymore. I'll talk to you about it.
Every Thursday.
Ken, if you want to talk to me, just contact me through Keith the Cop.
Now, he says that. Listen, he says nice things about you, so I'm not.
Or E-Rock. He says nice things where? Right? What are you talking?
E-Rock hates your guts. He wants to stomp your liver out.
He's not a
How do you
through
know?
your ass.
How do you know?
Don't worry about how I know. Don't worry about that.
He's not a fan of yours, Kevin.
How do you
No,
know?
he wants to stomp you cold.
Chad, you know that too for a
Yeah.
fact?
I haven't talked to him in months, but last time I talked, he says,
Oh,
I can't stand Kevin Brennan.
if he could throw you off that 9th floor.
What 9th floor? At Compound Media?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I can't get booked. That's why I have to just show up uninvited because I know he'll kibosh anything I try to do there. But I think I'm done. I think I got everything I needed out of Compound Media. I don't think I'll probably be doing any more visits because I don't want E-Rock to have a fucking heart attack. But
That's what they tell me. They told me that you probably won't be back.
who's your sources? The Don Jameson?
He's Compound Kenny.
That's
Oh,
right. I
that's
was
right,
waiting for that,
Compound
Chad.
Kenny.
I was waiting. I thought
Compound Kenny.
I was trying to get him to say it, Chad, but
That'd be
he's
funny if
slowing
they
down
give.
in this heat.
That'd be funny if they give Compound Kenny a show and they call it the Man of 1,000 Voices.
I
And
mean,
that's coming. Don't get ready for that.
today was his demo tape, so I think
What
Yeah.
the fuck? Now I think that was that guy's name. The guy from the Riddler. What was his name? I think he was Frank Gorshin.
Frank Gorshin.
Yeah.
Frank Gorshin.
I
You
think
got
he
it,
was
Frank Gorshin.
he was like a man of 1,000 voices, right? Wasn't that his catchphrase?
Yeah, he pissed off Carson.
Yeah.
He got banned, and that other asshole who on the roast, the Dean Martin roast, would come out. And John Biner, not John Biner. What's the guy's name? Charlie Callis. He got banned too.
From doing impression of Johnny Carson.
Yeah, he got banned.
But then they tell him to do Carson, then Carson would get mad if it wasn't flattering or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with Charlie Callis.
Jackie Mason got banned from Ed Sullivan. He bounced back.
So I'll be doing a show with Chrissy Mayer
who?
every fourth Sunday.
Who Jackie Mason is?
Yeah, Jackie Mason.
And Chrissy Mayer, that'd be a good show. I already got my tickets.
Chad, there who?
I bought my whole summer season package for the Chrissy Mayer.
Chad, Kevin has raised over $100,000 for Faces for Autism, and that's the truth. And Kevin knows it's the truth. So
I
those
don't even
people
know
out
what you're
there,
talking about. $100,000.
yeah, that's how many tickets he sold for us and sponsorships when Kevin did our show down here.
And where's my kickback?
Do I have to tell that story? Wow, Kevin. Remember, quote unquote. Wow, Kevin, you are difficult as I'm peeling off 20 after 20 after 20 after 20. And then what's her name? Chrissy, whatever, with the red hair, gave you a ride home?
Barely. We barely made it to the train. Yeah, you were like, Brian, it was like, let's make a deal. How much money will I need to fucking go away?
You're exactly right. Chad,
That's funny.
I paid him before the show, and then we're sitting there after the show, and I'm just peeling off 20s, just trying to get him to shut up and leave. I just want him to shut up and leave.
That's
And
funny.
yeah, and it's a 20, and and it's like,
Okay,
then
one more
finally,
question. One more question for me. Who raised more money, me or Dave Landau?
you did. You're over 100,000.
Thank you.
Ken, if you ever want me to shut up, just let me know.
Yeah,
Listen,
just
I
send-
sent you guys a little something because I had a good night of Borgata. So,
Oh yeah, but I gotta, yeah, it's through the, what is it, Venmo? I don't even know how Venmo works, so I can't retrieve it.
Oh, okay, I'll take it back and send it to Chad. No problem.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'll get it. All right, everybody, count all the votes. Chad, good luck tonight.
Thanks, guys. The
July
pleasure-
22nd.
the
July
pleasure was all mine.
22nd. I'll be there. Get your tickets. Tickets available. What's the website?
I'll get you guys faces, the number 4 autism.org. Kevin, if you come down and do a guest spot, I'll get you guys a room for 2 nights and you can bring the kids to the pool.
All right. God bless.
All right, guys, let's count the votes. Sign up to
Chad,